The limits of U.S. military power against Iran. The world's most powerful army. Facing Iran. Can it truly take it on? Today, we explore why American power has its limits. For months, tensions between the United States and Iran have once again dominated the international stage. Belligerent statements and troop movements are multiplying. Yet, despite the enormous power of the U.S. military, Washington faces real and profound limits when it comes to a direct confrontation with Tehran. Military superiority, but no guaranteed victory. On a purely conventional level, the gap is immense, thousands of aircraft and ships, a global army against a smaller regional force. This asymmetry certainly gives Washington an advantage on paper, but it does not guarantee an easy strategic victory. Iranian facilities, often buried or dispersed, are difficult to strike effectively even with the most sophisticated weapons. Iran is not an easy opponent. Behind its sometimes underestimated image, Iran possesses unconventional retaliatory capabilities, ballistic missiles, armed drones, and networks of militias and allied groups across the Middle East. A direct attack could draw Iran into an asymmetric war, multiplying fronts and human and material costs for the US and its allies. Political and legal constraints. In the United States, the executive branch cannot decide on military action alone. Under U.S. law, any offensive military operation must be authorized by Congress, except in cases of self-defense. This institutional constraint greatly limits unilateral use of force. Lack of international support. Militarily, America also depends on its bases and the support of regional partners. But several key allies, particularly Saudi Arabia and the UAE, have recently stated that they would not allow their territory to be used for operations against Iran. This significantly complicates any large-scale military plan. The risk of regional escalation. A U.S. strike on Iran would not only target the Iranian military, Tehran's retaliatory capabilities through missiles or its network of militias could ignite the entire Middle East from the Gulf to the Mediterranean. Washington must weigh each decision against the risk of a wider regional conflict, capable of destabilizing the global economy and causing hundreds of thousands of civilian casualties. Conclusion. U.S. military power is immense, but it is not a guarantee of success against Iran. Between political constraints, technical limitations, regional risks, and lack of international support, the use of force remains a delicate and risky option. This is why even policymakers tend to favor diplomacy or limited actions rather than an open confrontation. In today's geopolitical world, force alone is no longer enough to impose one's will without consequences.